Hey guys, it's Monday night and it's Throwing with Molly, and I'm Molly Sanuer. And guess what I'm going to do this summer, guys? 2 welding workshops back to back, week long in Colorado. Learning how to weld sculptures. Then I'm hoping I can incorporate the welding of the steel structures into like ceramic sculptures. Multimedia. So yeah, I'm really excited. This summer I'm doing 2 weeks in Colorado at the Anderson Art Center. I'm so excited. If you'd love to learn how to do this, well, I'm offering some classes. I'm offering a week long, like a Monday through Thursday with throw and trim. I fire, we glaze Monday, you pick it up Wednesday. 2, a morning and an evening session. Classes are on my website, mollysandersceramics.com. Again, I want to get into doing more educational videos on like a teaching platform of some sort. So I've stopped offering the experiences I was offering. I'm going to try to focus on creating some online educational videos. And y'all's questions are awesome. Like when I recycle my clay, there's so many questions about my table and plaster slabs, so I'll definitely share one of that. Get questions on lids and studios and whatever. However I can help, I'm here to help. Focus on reaching more people. Because a lot of people say, oh, I wish I could, but I can't drive to Richmond. So everybody can, if you're watching, then you could access the video. So I'm here to help however I can, share whatever I know. I definitely don't know everything. Tips for making a lot of platters look the same. I need to make like, I would never want to make 50 of the same thing ever. That's like torture. In fact, I read somewhere, I was Googling like pottery jokes, and I found this, it was more like a story or a saying. But this guy's like, he went to like the farm, and this potter's on the side of the road, and he sold this mug, let's just pretend, he sold this mug for $10. The guy goes back to like a big city, and all of his friends want to buy it. And he's like, man, I could buy that $10 one and sell it for 20. I'm going to go get 100 of them. So he goes back to the potter, he says, I want 100 of those, and the potter says, well, for 100, that's going to be $5,000. And the guy's like, wait, what? I thought there were 10. He says, yeah, it's 10 to make the one that I liked to make, but if I have to make 100, I don't like that. That's work. 50 of the same thing. You want to start the same amount of weight. So get a scale and weigh your clay. And if you need 50, I'd say go ahead and make 60. So wedge up 60 balls of clay. You're going to warm up. That one's not going to work. The second one might not work either. You might still be warming up. And then when you're trimming and stuff, you just have issues. So make a lot of extra. If you need 50, make like maybe 65. Best case, you have extras and you can gift them or sell them in addition. Then you want to use calipers. I have some around the corner to measure. People do it differently. I don't make 50 of the same thing, so I'm just going to tell you what I would suggest. Definitely weigh your clay. Have extras. And then, like whatever you do to one, just follow that motion, and you'll get in a rhythm, and they'll all start to be similar because you're doing the same thing with the same amount of clay. And if you're really particular, you can use the calipers. And some people get like a ball of clay, and they'll like put it here, and then they like have it stick, and they like put it there, and they like tie a stick here, and then they know that in order to snap this pot, I have to like reach that point. Like, did I go one? I just would not do it. But you should do it, because it's good experience and it's great practice. Oh, I just miss you. Inspiring. Thank y'all for tuning in, listening while I glaze tonight. Thanks for tuning in. As an artist, it is very important to have a distinctive style, or can you mix things up? Yes, you should have a distinctive style. And that's why, I do my thing, and it's always so flattering to see my work done by people who maybe got inspiration by watching like a video or something that I did. Like, that's awesome. But eventually, they'll get bored of doing my work. Because as an artist, what makes it fun is to do something nobody's done before and like pave a way and find a solution to a problem. So if you get inspiration and start by following somebody else's, that's a good start and that's awesome. But eventually you don't want to make somebody else's art. You don't want to copy as an artist. You want to be original. So there's a book called Steal Like an Artist. It's a great read. But in terms of making like your own work, yeah, that's the goal as an artist, to have your own style that's recognizable. And that somebody doesn't stand in front of you and say, oh, that reminds me of them. No, you don't want your work to remind somebody of anybody else's. That's just copying. But that's where inspiration can start a lot of times. I threw my first organic lip bowl and pillow plate last week. Love it. See, like you're getting inspired by me, but eventually you're gonna get bored of doing like what I did, and you're like, oh, okay, I got that. Like, I want to do this, and this is gonna be the fry cake bowl. That's why I tell my students it's really fun when I spend my semester teaching a couple new techniques and then giving each student a chance to find their own inspiration and create it. So some of them hate wheel throwing, so they'll build with slabs and they make awesome stuff. Some of them carve designs. I'm not a carver, and I love it when they find like their own unique style. It's like makes my heart warm. And it's flattering when you get some that you recognize like your own style of art in their art, and I love it. And I definitely was an artist who did that too. But it's really exciting when you open the kiln and you know exactly whose work is what, because it's so distinctive and it doesn't look like anybody else's. I'm excited for the fry cake bowl. Yes, fry cake. You paved that path. You make it your own. Like somebody asked about, they love my wall pockets. I love that, and they wanted to make their own wall pockets. And I said, go for it. I do not own wall pockets by any means. But if you want to make like a long tube white one, then I would hope that maybe somebody that sees my work would say, oh, that reminds me of Molly's. And you don't want that. You don't want them to be reminded of my work when they look at your work. Let's say, like my one student, I posted a video. I don't know if y'all saw it. She wanted to do slabs, and I said, okay, well, everybody makes these slabs because we have these molds at school, and so they literally come out the same. I said, well, what are you going to do to make it different? I forget the order. Kelly, if you're watching, I could be telling this wrong. But she wanted them white. And I said, okay, well, we've had a white slab tray. What could you do to make it your own, to make it Kelly's slab tray? Next thing I knew, she took like a hole punch and just like poked holes out of like a corner or this corner and like kept the center to eat on, but then made decorative hole cutouts, almost like Swiss cheese, around the edges. And I was like, genius. So proud of her. So then, once she picked her original idea, she focused on it. And they had to make three minimum as beginners. She was a beginner. 3 cohesive pieces. But the more you make in like the same manner, or glaze them the same way, then you have a set. And then it's so nice to like go home and put them all on your table or whatever. Summer, the Saturday of my week-long class, I'm doing time slot at class. So guys, I'm actually really excited about this. This is for people who live far away. They don't want to like come and get housing for a week or whatever. They just want to come for a day. So go to my website, and it's on the day workshop, and I have time increments. So what that means is 2 people can come at one time slot, and you get an hour with me and you and one other person. And you bring in your ideas. So I'm going to email y'all to bring in a sketchbook idea. I'll look at it. I'll probably demo how I would do it, and I'll help you do it for an hour, just one-on-one or one-on-two. And then the beauty of the one day is that you get to just hang out in the studio and keep throwing and keep practicing that, and then I'll be around to kind of answer some questions. So I'm really excited about that. The 10:15 time slot is already booked, but I think the rest of the day is still open. So that's, again, if you're close enough for a drive, you can drive down, book a time slot, and basically get 3 hours on the wheel with an hour of like pretty much individual attention. Classes are on my website, mollysandersceramics.com. It's so fun to take clay. Look guys, I'm going to take this hunk of clay and make it into a useful thing. Like, can you imagine using this on your dinner table as it is right now? Give me a couple weeks, somebody will hopefully have this on the dinner table. And look, I'm going to put another one together so it can be bigger to put more food in it. I love it, a paperweight. Yeah, so this right now could be a paperweight, or give me a couple minutes and these hands and some speed and some water, and we'll make it into a functional pot. I love it. So with the functional pots, I grew up loving clay to make functional pots because I like to cook and I like to serve in dishes that I made. But guess what I'm doing this summer? I'm taking a steel welding class to learn how to make sculptures. So I'm hoping to get into more non-functional art. But right now I think it makes the food taste better and the whole experience better to eat out of something made with hands rather than a machine. How do you determine pricing for pieces? Well, that's a great question. I'm not good at that. I have people help me and give me their opinion, but then I get emotionally attached, and I kind of get like a base price, and then if it has an organic lip, it's like an extra, like 15 or 20 because of the process of trimming it. And if it's colored clay, it goes up from that base price. So like if I do like the swirls or the bubbles, that's like the base price. And then if it's colored clay, it's a little more. And if it has an organic lip, it's a little more. And if it has a decal, it's a little more, because that's another firing. So I kind of think of like the base, what would that be to buy something, and then depending on the style, everything kind of goes up. So if I make a bowl this big and it's $10, if I like bubble glaze it, as soon as I put colored clay into it, that bubble bowl will become $25. And if I put an organic lip, that $10 bowl will become $35. I think that's kind of how I try to do it. And then some pieces I really love them, so I charge a lot because I really don't want to sell them. I kind of want them selfishly. But if I were to sell them, I'd be happy that they got a new home. So, and that somebody paid the price. So I'm emotionally, and I need to knock these sometimes. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next Monday.